All right, good morning, fellas. I'm using Screencastify, so I only have 5 minutes to go through some things with you all. Now, this program is very similar to the SBA. I dealt with here the IPO table and the pseudocodes using repeat, while, and the for loops. Write a program to print the number of students who pass an exam in a class of 10. A pass is 50 and above. The program must accept the student's name, mark and print the student name, and pass or student name and not successful or unsuccessful. The IPO table was the name and the mark of 10 students. The processing, since it's 10 students, then it would require a loop. We know that. Now, if you notice here, I do some color coded. Number one, enter student name and mark. That is the enter, right? And that was from here. The student must accept the student's name and mark. So that was input. Good. You come down here, check whether the mark is greater than 50. If it is, then displace it and increase the count of the student passed by 1. Otherwise, display student name and word unsuccessful. That there was based on here. This area here, where they said if the mark is 50 and above. So that was selection. Then, of course, we see here that they want us to use a loop, so you have to increase a loop counter by 1 and then go back to 1, which is repeating it. This is the first part. The first part here is using the repeat loop, right? Of course, you could use the for loop, the while loop, and the repeat until loop, right? The first part, so I use the same color codings right through. Print, enter student name and mark, input name and mark. That's the pseudocode for it. Notice the words repeat and until go around the lines of code, the pseudocode that needs to be repeated. So you needed to repeat the input, the selection, and also the increasing the loop counter here. All right, so you have the loop, the repeat and until, the word until loop counter equal 10. The loop counter is going to make that go up by 1 by this line here in red. Good? This loop here, the repeat loop, bear in mind, is done one at least once or many times. In this case, 10 times. The while loop, look at the structure of the while loop. The while loop is done 0 amount of times, because if this was here 11, if this loop counter was set to 11, it would not have gone inside of this loop here, and it would not have done anything inside of here. No instructions would have done inside here. The for loop is a fixed loop, and this is done based on the number of times in the looping variable here, which is 1 to 10. All these lines would be executed. All these lines would be executed here. Okay, time up. All right. All these lines would be executed. Let me just check to see what's happening here. Right. So good. All these lines would be executed once it is inside the for loop. All right, that's it for now for this first part. I will go on to show you how to translate from the pseudocode to the program code.